Iguodala to Curry, back to Iguodala, up for the layup. Oh, blocked by James. LeBron James with the rejection. Irving and Curry, one-on-one. Irving puts it up. It's good. Kyrie Irving from downtown.
Kyrie Irving has demonstrated that he excels under pressure. He holds an impressive 14-0 record in closeout games, the best in NBA history. This 2024 playoff season, he's once again showcasing his skills. However, his most memorable performance was during the 2016 championship run with the Cavaliers alongside LeBron James. Irving was instrumental in overcoming a 3-1 deficit in the NBA Finals, capping it off with a game-winning shot against the team with the best regular season record ever. When you ask NBA fans about Kyrie Irving, you're likely to hear terms like wizard, most skillful player ever, clutch, and even killer. His reputation for delivering in high-pressure moments, especially highlighted by the 2016 championship, marks him as a player who thrives in the postseason. But just how great is playoff Kyrie Irving? Welcome to Sports Here. Let's dive in. It's clear that evaluating an NBA player solely based on wins and losses isn't entirely fair due to the team-oriented nature of the game. However, in playoff basketball, it's the superstars who often determine the outcome. Kyrie Irving started his career with a struggling Cavaliers team that was far from playoff contention. Thanks to LeBron James returning to Cleveland and the team's acquisition of Kevin Love, Kyrie Irving experienced NBA playoff basketball for the first time 4 years after being drafted. He handled the pressure well, scoring 30 points in his playoff debut and helping the Cavaliers sweep the Boston Celtics in the first round. He continued to perform well in the second round, including another 30-point game. However, in the first game of the NBA Finals, Kyrie fractured his kneecap, causing him to miss the remainder of the series. The former Duke guard has been in the NBA for 13 years, but his reputation for being clutch is largely based on one series in 2016. While his game-winning shot in the finals is well remembered, it's often overlooked that Kyrie was outstanding throughout most of those playoffs. He scored 30 points in the series' clinching win over the Raptors in the conference finals and averaged over 25 points per game during the entire postseason. Heading into the 2016 NBA Finals, Kyrie was LeBron's right-hand man as they faced the best regular season team ever, the Golden State Warriors. However, the series didn't start well for the Cavaliers, as they struggled in the first 2 games. Kyrie Irving struggled in the first 2 games, shooting just 33% from the field, and both games ended in losses. However, he improved significantly in Games 3 and 4, scoring 30 points in a Game 3 win and 34 points in a close Game 4 loss. With the Cavaliers down 3-1 and heading back to Golden State, LeBron, Kyrie, and the team needed an extraordinary effort to avoid elimination in the finals. They rose to the occasion, with both LeBron and Kyrie scoring an impressive 41 points each in a crucial game. LeBron set the tone early, scoring most of his points in the first half, while Kyrie took over in the later stages, especially the fourth quarter, securing a comfortable victory and keeping their championship hopes alive. Kyrie shot an impressive 17 of 24 from the field and 5 of 7 from beyond the arc in a clutch performance. This set the stage for Game 6 back in Cleveland. Although Kyrie's performance was less spectacular, he still contributed 23 points while LeBron went into beast mode, leveling the series at 3-3. Game 7 in Golden State was closer than many had anticipated. The game was a constant back-and-forth struggle, with both teams exchanging blows. This intense battle culminated in the final minutes. With LeBron exhausted, the Cavaliers needed to capitalize on a critical stop, so they put the ball in Kyrie Irving's hands instead of LeBron, who is arguably the best player of all time. In a one-on-one matchup against the unanimous MVP, Kyrie used his exceptional ball handling skills to create just enough separation and nail the clutch three-pointer to give the Cavaliers a lead they would never relinquish. This iconic shot earned Kyrie comparisons to Kobe Bryant and his Mamba mentality. It was this moment that sealed the greatest comeback in NBA history and secured Cleveland's first NBA title, as well as their first major sports championship in over 70 years. Kyrie's clutch performance was unforgettable. But what about his playoff performances after this championship? The following season, the Cavaliers faced a tougher challenge after losing in the finals. The Golden State Warriors had added one of the league's best players, Kevin Durant. Despite this, Kyrie started strong, scoring 37 points against the Pacers in the first round and following it up with a solid series against the Raptors. His 42-point performance in Game 4 of the Eastern Conference Finals helped propel the Cavs back to the finals, where they once again faced the Warriors. However, Kyrie couldn't replicate the same kind of comeback against the 2017 Warriors. Despite scoring 35-plus points in 2 games, the Cavs lost the series in 5 games. This was Kyrie's last playoff appearance in a Cavaliers uniform before being traded to Boston. Kyrie missed the entire 2018 postseason but had a chance for redemption the following year with a young and promising Celtics team. His 37-point game in Game 2 against the Pacers helped the Celtics sweep Indiana in the first round. Kyrie led the Celtics to a Game 1 road victory in Milwaukee in the second round, but then the Celtics lost the next 4 games in a row. It was a dreadful series for Irving, as he shot just 30% from the field in those 4 losses. Despite his success with the Cavs, playoff Kyrie has not been performing at the level we once knew in the early 2020s. Off-court issues and injuries seem to affect his performance with the Nets. Kyrie got injured in the second round against the Bucks, and Brooklyn lost in 7 games. Even when Irving and his teammates were healthy for the 2022 playoffs, he couldn't deliver the same impact. Irving and the Nets were swept, though Kyrie delivered a vintage 39-point performance in Game 1. Which still wasn't enough for a win. Before the 2024 playoffs, Kyrie Irving had played in an impressive 76 playoff games throughout his career, essentially amounting to an entire additional season. So, how do his stats look over that time? Throughout his playoff career, Kyrie Irving has averaged 23 points, 4 assists, and 3 rebounds per game. These are solid numbers, but not necessarily elite. His time in Boston and Brooklyn saw a decline in his stats. While he was a 25-point-per-game scorer in the playoffs with Cleveland, this number dropped significantly when he was given a team of his own. This is undoubtedly going to happen, meaning Kyrie still has many playoff games ahead in his career. The numbers don't always tell the full story. Kyrie Irving has something that many NBA legends don't. He will always be an NBA champion, and his one ring will likely feel a bit more special than most for decades. This is undoubtedly going to happen, meaning Kyrie still has many playoff games ahead in his career. The numbers don't always tell the full story. Kyrie Irving has something that many NBA legends don't. He will always be an NBA champion, and his one ring will likely feel a bit more special than most for decades. Those stats are quite similar to what he has posted throughout his playoff career. But it's no surprise that Kyrie has been more efficient from the field during the regular season. However, what might surprise you is that Irving has been a better 3-point shooter in the playoffs. That's undeniably clutch. He certainly doesn't become wasteful when it's playoff time. Let's not forget that besides being an NBA champion, Kyrie Irving is an 8-time All-Star and has been named to 3 All-NBA teams. Many critics have voiced their opinions about Kyrie in recent years. When he left Cleveland in 2017, it was seen as his opportunity to ascend into the NBA's elite ranks. He finally had the chance to be the best player on a championship contending team. However, injuries and internal issues prevented success in Boston. When he moved to Brooklyn to form a super team, different problems arose. It wasn't until the 2024 playoffs, when Kyrie once again became the second option on a contender, that things started to fall into place. It appears Kyrie has finally found a more stable home in Dallas, with a great chance to win his second championship. Despite facing challenges with a talent-filled Boston Celtics and enduring a controversial, injury-ridden stint with the Nets, Kyrie boasts a 14-0 record in closeout games, the best in NBA history. Not to mention, he has the chance to extend this record to 16-0 after the 2024 campaign, coupled with making one of the most iconic shots in NBA history. If this doesn't cement him as one of the most clutch players in the league, I don't know what does. Do you think Kyrie is the most clutch player in the league? Share your thoughts in the comments below. While you're there, don't forget to hit the like button and subscribe.